Chapter 8 Death Comes to All Men. The group made their way down the hill. Bond and Double O Saletti carried Melissa down the hill to an ambulance that pulled up at the bottom. From the back doors of the truck came Q. I go for a month and leave, and now I come back doing medical duty. Thank God you're here, Q. I had no idea that you had medical experience, Double O Saletti said. Not by trade, however, I have been known to be quite the expert in the field. Let's get her into the truck. Bond and Double O Saletti then lay Melissa on a stretcher, and Q brought her into the ambulance. I'll go with her if you want, Hannah volunteered. I think you should, Hannah. She means a lot to me, Double O Saletti said, and then he looked at Bond. But I think she means a lot to James as well, perhaps even more. Hannah nodded and got into the ambulance. The two boys went as well, and the ambulance sped away. The spies then made their way towards the building at the bottom of the hill. Taylor followed a little bit behind them. Creeping up a stairway, Bond, Double O Saletti, and Taylor then burst out of a door to the roof and saw nobody there. The table that Samity was standing at was still there, and the tarot cards and the skull transmitter were still sitting on it. The trio then approached the table, and then the door to the roof began to close. Baron Samity appeared and charged at them, specifically Bond. Samity wielded a machete and swung it at Bond. Double O Saletti then ran after Samity until he was grabbed by No Name and squeezed Double O Saletti tightly. Taylor then ran over to get No Name's attention. Let go of him, you... No sense in guessing his name, I think. I don't think he has one. Taylor then looked over at Bond and Samity. Bond dodged the machete right and left until Samity swung it and cut Bond right across the chest, leaving a thin red line of blood. Taylor then grabbed her own sword and charged Samity, knocking his weapon out of his hand and pushing him to the edge of the roof. Double O Saletti then thrust his elbow into No Name, and Double O Saletti was released. He then ran over to Samity's machete and grabbed it and pointed it at No Name. Bond then walked over to Samity's position. I believe it's time for the Legion of the Dead to finally meet their leader. Bond then kicked Samity in the rear, and Samity toppled over the side of the roof and fell to the ground. Death comes to all men, even those who cannot die, right, James? Absolutely. I do think his skeleton outfit was fitting, since I did have a bone to pick with him. Same old James, Double O Saletti said. It's a good thing that Samity didn't go any further. There could have been a chance that he would have reached Newington and the power plant there. Bond and Double O Saletti then looked at each other. Taylor, you might have mentioned that a little earlier. Bond, Double O Saletti, and Taylor then led No Name down the stairs and took the previous truck that they had been kidnapped in and headed to Newington.